What can you tell me about your first kiss? What do you remember?
Um, it's actually a great story.
Yeah?
Um, I was in a play in my sophomore year of high school, and it was Arsenic and Old Lace, classic. And there was this, I was supposed to, it was like Kiss Wife. And this was a play written in like the 30s or something. So it's like obviously not explicit. They're just like Kiss Wife. And I was like this nice 1930s, like suitcase guy. I don't know how to,
Mhm.
a gentleman. I was a gentleman. And yeah, there was this girl. I'm not going to use her name because she would be embarrassed. But like, I had my co-star and I liked her. Um, and my theater teacher was like, "Okay, now you guys kiss." And so I was like, "Okay." Um, and then we like kissed. It was really awkward. It was like a Spider-Man kiss. She was on the couch. I was like leaning over, and yeah. Then I got a boner, and then somebody was recording it in the front row. All the guys were like doing the bro thing where they're like egging people on, and I was just like hiding behind the couch, just like hunched down. And she kept making our theater teacher kept making us do it over and over again so we would get comfortable with it,
Oh,
and
okay.
it was just terribly awkward. And yeah, there's even more stories from that production, but I won't go into it. But like, it's just filled with like nasty prepubescent or pubescent, like gross hormonal, nasty children just kissing.
So for like something like that, does because you're young, it's like a first time, does does that then translate outside of the play? Does it translate outside of testing? Do you almost like get confused and you're like, "Oh, these are real feelings."
Oh, good question. I don't know.
Like
Maybe.
like for you and her, is that something where it was just like, "Oh, this first weird moment," and then insert whatever debauchery it sounds like you're kinda glazing over, and, especially because 'cause you're talking about being so young, and then
Yeah,
and
chill.
then but does that kinda like does the door
Yeah.
close there or what?
In general, I consider myself a very lustful person.
Mhm.
So, like, my emotions towards people, a lot of it would just be influenced by my lust. So it's hard to tell what was acting and what was real. But it's like I couldn't get out of like the fact that I was kissing a girl. I couldn't be like bigger about it and be like I'm just an actor playing a role. It was like no, I'm a
Right.
kid in high school playing a role, but I haven't kissed anybody. And yeah, so yeah, I don't know. It's very confusing. But ultimately, it's like when you're just like a horny kid, anything can be hot. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, when you're a young kid, yeah. Once
Yeah, it's like things that are objectively disgusting. Children kissing is horrifying. They're just because children are disgusting. Like high school, you go to a high school, it just smells gross. It's just like this is shouldn't be happening. Whatever's happening, like there's nothing sexy about this in any objective way. But to them, it's like nothing's hotter than like a stage kiss. I don't know, getting
I
weird.
no, but I mean, it's one of those things like trying to put yourself back in your shoes, like when you were essentially a different person. You're you, but you're essentially a different person. But like for me, my relationship with stuff that's physical has drastically changed. Like I was raised Catholic, which was essentially like feel bad about everything. And so like one of the most emotionally conflicting and like physically conflicting moments in my life is like when you first start discovering your body, right? And you're just
Hmm.
like,
Yeah,
"Oh, wait. This is a thing? I can do this?" And then it's like and so like all of a sudden feel amazing and then just feel like you're the most disgusting individual on the planet. Like you did something inherently wrong. You fractured the fucking universe with a hand and a dick. Like you just what did you do? Um
yeah. That's 100% it. And like the stakes are so high because literally there are angels and demons fighting a literal battle in your bedroom while you're doing this, you know, because
yeah.
the like weight of like sin and all the guilt is there. And even when you're doing it, you know it's bad, but it's, I don't know, it's terrible.
But I do miss feeling things for the first time, like, I think the my stepdad or my mom's boyfriend at the time, had, like, one of those boxes where you get free cable, right? Where you steal cable,
Hmm.
And I remember this. I think it was like the first time I ever saw anything like it. I was home by myself. They were I had a good upbringing. I think they were out drinking in the middle of the day. Uh, but yeah, I was like flipping through. I think I was watching Titanic for the probably 10th time. And then
Nailed
but then
it.
I was like flipping through the channels and all of a sudden it's just like hardcore porn. And I was just like, and the only feeling I can equate is the first time you go down a really, really tall roller coaster. I felt like this wave
Yeah.
in my chest. It was so outstanding and so alien. I flipped the channel, like, without even realizing, like, that it almost I was like it was overtaking my body. It was that scary, that level.
Yeah.
And, like, I think back and it's, like, funny now, but I wish there was stuff like that that made me feel like that now. I don't know what the
Oh yeah.
now like, the closest thing I think you can get to that as an adult, unfortunately, outside of, uh, 2 things, I think traveling the world and experiencing new things, that are maybe, like, more, the adventurous lifestyle is, like,
Mhm.
drugs. I think
Yes.
'cause you're just
Yeah.
like, "What is happening?" Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think maybe the closest to that, aside from skydiving, is, like, the first time I ever did Molly. I was like, "This is amazing. I
Yeah.
understand why I'm only ever gonna do this 3 times."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's scary at that point because you're like messing with this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You're messing with your brain. It's like, I got to be careful with this.
But I'm
But
also
like,
Go for it.
I get a similar feeling when I'm like almost in a car wreck or something. You know, you just feel like, oh, the my soul left my body. That's how I felt the first time I saw like there was like an ad on my computer for like porn when you would get pop up ads. I was like, I saw an ad for like just a woman with her breasts exposed. I was like, holy shit! I had to scroll past it as fast as I could. It was awesome.
I love it.